Yo, what up? It's your boy YCee on my Naija #1. Ain't nobody but a Don, and this is 10 questions. How did marine biology switch to music? I was failing my exams. I feel like that's just the best way to put it. I took some time off of music to focus on school, and after my first exam I was like, okay, I think I should put everything back into music, and it eventually paid off. But school and education is very important, so I mean my case was different. But I mean, to anybody out there looking back, if I could go back and finish up school and then come back to music, I would do that. But I'm glad for the way things panned out eventually. An ambulance is not supposed to put out fires. You need a fire truck for that one. That's a trick question. I'd say Omo Alaji, because Omo Alaji came first, and like Omo Alaji is if I remember correctly, it came at a point in my career where there was already Jagaban, and a lot of people were watching to see, okay, is this guy a one-hit wonder? What's he gonna do next? But I mean, Juice Guaranteed has been my biggest record, but I feel like the songs that paved the way leading up to Juice played a very important role for me. So yeah, every song served its purpose, but I would say Omo Alaji was pretty much one of the songs that opened the door for a song like Juice to be successful. What's 3,000? Is it XXX? I mean,
yeah, I'm coming. Let me see.
3,000 is XXX. So am I correct? I'm not correct.
I don't know.
Who's my favorite Ghanaian artist? I would say Joey B. I like Joey B. There's this thing about his tone where it doesn't even feel like he's singing or rapping. It just feels like he's talking. So yeah, Joey B definitely. Why did I change the name of the first album? So my first album initially was supposed to be titled AMBT, which stands for Ain't Nobody Better Than. But I think around the time I was also setting up my music company, which is the AMBT company. So it felt like, if to me, I thought I would be overflogging the title a bit. And then one of my close friends actually just casually said, why don't you name your album YCee versus Hair? And I was like, that actually depicts what I was trying to do with the album, the duality of my talent. And it was a no-brainer, and it sounded like a much cooler name, and the same way I was able to still keep AMBT as exclusive as I wanted it to be, so yeah, I just, YCee versus Hair was a way cooler interpretation of the album. A nonagon. No, a nonagon has 9 sides. Abi? No, 6 sides is hexagon. False. What would be my reaction when somebody has to take the fall. Literal fall, because we beat them. was a music producer, someone that produces music. You know, is I feel like there's in today's climate there are beat makers that just make beats, and that's pretty much as far as their creative input goes. But a music producer is able to provide input beyond just the talent of creating the beats and working the different programs and everything. They're able to also provide creative input beyond them just making the beat.
I'm sorry.
YCee. So YCee has evolved over the years. Before it used to be just YCee without the two E's at the end. So I remember like when I first started my music career, I was thinking of, okay, what am I going to call myself? And I looked through the many nicknames I've had over the years, and one name that always stood out for me was Crack. For non-drug related reasons, I used to go by the name Young Crack. And when I got my first record deal, one of the things that my management at the time made me understand was, I used to be a lot skinnier back then. So for a young teenager that looked as skinny as I used to look, to be called Young Crack, it wasn't really inspiring any sort of responsible persona. So I had to lose Crack, and Crack became Carter. And a lot of people know that I was heavily influenced by Lil Wayne in the earlier stages of my career. So a lot of people are asking, "Oh, are you Carter because of Lil Wayne?" But Carter, CARTER, stands for Crazy Advanced Rapper Terrorizing Every Other Rapper. So, and I mean, it got to a point where we had to become YCEE because there are like 1 million YCees. So that was a way for, visually for the name to be a lot more distinct. So that's how we arrived at YCee today. Yo, it's been your boy YCee Omo Alaji #1, and you have just checked out my 10 questions. Don't touch that down, keep it locked.